the officiating. Just what do you guys make of it so far? And I know that they've tried to kind of course correct.
Well,
So this first one is in regards to the referees.
so I was just going to say I deserve my technical. I know that.
All right.
Oh, they don't need any.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think, look, you know, the reality is a lot of us spend a lot of time in the off season.
Oh, they don't need any. Yeah.
No, I mean, I think, look, you know, the reality is a lot of us spend a lot of time in the off season on various committees trying to remedy this officiating thing. And, you know, what we said was that we wanted everything called. Freedom of movement needs to be a thing. And it was not tonight. And I think that there's going to be a calibration, of course, there is. But this felt a lot like last year. For this team is play make. Like at the end of the day, I can score the ball, I can make threes, but what I can do best for this team is make plays for my teammates. And I know that. And, you know, getting my feet in the paint, spraying it to my teammates. I think that's, you know, what I'm trying to focus on the most. And that, you know, takes my mind away from feeling like I need to make every shot. And, you know, when I get my feet in the paint, good things happen. I can get to the free throw line. I can finish well around the rim. I feel like obviously I've only made 1 3 tonight. But like I haven't let that affect me. I obviously haven't shot the ball as well as I would have liked the first 2 games, but my shot feels great and I feel like it's right there, but I haven't let that bother my mind through these first 2 games. And you know, the best thing I can do for this team is play make. Like at the end of the day, I can score the ball, I can make threes, but what I can do best for this team is make plays for my teammates. And I know that. And, you know, getting my feet in the paint, spraying it to my teammates. I think that's, you know, what I'm trying to focus on the most.
The mainstream sports media just completely missed the biggest story in women's basketball while they're busy talking about box scores and manufacturing fake controversies. Caitlin Clark quietly dropped 5 bombshells that expose everything happening inside the Indiana Fever organization. And when you're the face of a league that just secured $3.1 billion in media rights, every single word matters. What she revealed over the past 72 hours isn't just honest, it's unprecedented. Professional athletes don't talk like this. They don't expose internal stress. They don't admit psychological battles, but Clark just threw the entire public relations playbook out the window to here's what nobody else is telling you. This isn't about missed shots or technical fouls or early season rust. This is about a complete organizational transformation happening in real time, and the clues are hidden in 5 specific statements that Clark made across multiple press conferences, statements that reveal her mental state, her relationship with officials, her chemistry with the coaching staff, and a brand new offensive system that changes everything we thought we knew about this team. The media training experts teach athletes to speak in cliches, to give non-answers, to avoid bulletin board material. Clark just said, forget all that. I'm telling you exactly what's happening behind the scenes. Let's start with the moment that exposes the entire leadership dynamic in Indiana. The Fever just survived an ugly grind against the Los Angeles Sparks. Final buzzer sounds. Clark is heated about a non-call and lets the officials know exactly how she feels. Technical foul, right at the buzzer. Now she's sitting at the post-game podium and the media vultures are circling, ready to pounce on the narrative of a frustrated, undisciplined superstar. Reporter asks about the technical, and watch what happens next because this tells you everything about how this organization actually operates when the cameras are rolling. Head coach Stephanie, white instantly, leans forward to the microphone. She's trying to step in front of the bullet. She's trying to protect her franchise. Player, I'll take this one, she says before Clark can even respond. Classic coach. Move right. Shield the star from controversy. But Clark immediately cuts her off. She looks directly into that microphone and says, I was just going to say I deserve my technical. White starts laughing. We don't need to be paying any unnecessary fines to the league office. But think about what just happened there. The coach actively tried to shield her young superstar from media scrutiny and financial penalty, and the player refused the shield. She refused to blame the officials. She refused to make excuses. She owned it instantly, without hesitation. That's not media training. That's profound emotional growth happening in real time. That's the exact type of internal leadership and undeniable chemistry between a head coach and star player that turns talented individuals into championship dynasties. Despite all the chaotic, inconsistent messaging from the front office during the offseason, that single exchange proves White and Clark are communicating and trusting each other when it matters. But here's where it gets even more revealing. What Clark said about officiating just days before that technical foul shows you exactly how her mindset has evolved since her rookie season. Following the opening night loss to Dallas, Clark stood at that podium and said something we've never heard from her before. Did I think I honestly could have probably got a couple more calls on a few of them, but that's okay. Don't let the polite delivery fool you. That's a massive shift in narrative. That's Caitlin Clark for the very first time in her professional career publicly, explicitly acknowledging that she's not getting the whistle she deserves when she attacks the rim. Think back to the 2024 rookie season. That version of Clark was physically battered. She absorbed every hard foul, every blindside screen, every uncalled hack in the paint, and said absolutely nothing to the press about it. The 2026 version has found her voice. She understands her leverage. She understands the percentage of economic activity she generates for this league, and she's no longer willing to quietly accept a different set of rules. She's attacking the basket, initiating heavy contact, and politely but firmly putting officiating crews on notice that she expects foul calls to be made. This isn't complaining, this is strategic communication. This is a superstar who's learned how to use media availability as a tool to influence how she's officiated going forward. And the fact that she's comfortable doing it publicly shows you just how much confidence she's gained in her own status within the league. But the most important revelation has absolutely nothing to do with referees. It's about a brand new, highly technical coaching directive from Stephanie White that nobody in mainstream media has bothered to translate for the audience. White publicly revealed that the Fever are implementing a completely new offensive philosophy for Clark. She said Clark is being challenged to play in line to in line across the floor instead of top of the key to top of the key. Let me translate that coach speak into actual basketball terminology, because this changes everything about how Indiana is going to operate offensively. When White says in line to in line, she's officially confirming the implementation of the off-ball philosophy that hardcore fans have been debating since draft night. She's telling the world that the days of Clark bringing the basketball up court, stopping at the top of the three-point arc and dribbling stationary while waiting for a play to develop, are officially over. The directive is crystal clear. Don't just operate at the top of the key holding the ball. Move through the lane, cut violently through the painted area, come off staggered screens, get from one side of the floor to the other. This strategy isn't about taking the ball out of Clark's hands. It's about fundamentally changing where on the floor she receives the basketball.